Okay, so today we're gonna try to do something a little different. I know in one of my most recent-ish kind of previous videos, which was very long, I showed you how I did part of my art for another thing. So this time I'm gonna see if I can show you part of how I'm doing this painting. It's gonna be a little bit different because I'm gonna have to do it on the floor. Painting on carpet's not always the smartest idea, but then I'm not the smartest person, so him, however, doing it in the living room, so dog may end up trying to get in on the fun, and so we'll just see what happens. Yeah. I'm going to begin. So, as I said previously, the step I'm about to do is the sidewalk. The paint that I'm using is Craft Smart acrylic paint in black, and then I have some rinsing water up on the shelf. So let's see if I can get it open, because paint doesn't always want to open when you put the cap on at the wrong time. So, we'll just begin with here, and I'm going to attempt to make a straight kind of line along here. Sometimes this paint comes out kind of thin, this black one, so I don't want it to do that right at this point. There is music on in the background, but you might not be able to hear it since I have it on really quiet. And that is because I don't want to have to write down all the thousands of songs that are just playing and have to copyright them. Because that's going to be really annoying trying to title, author, title, author, title, author, over and over and over again. Yeah, that's not the most even horizon line in the universe, but it's okay. So, make some sidewalk lines. Again, not the most even, but then I feel like this painting is not supposed to be very, realistic. It's very, I guess you would say, stylized, maybe. Also, you may notice that these pens aren't, what am I saying? This paintbrush isn't probably the most useful paintbrush in the universe, and I'm using it because I only have two kinds of paintbrushes, which is this kind, which is a Rose Art paintbrush, and it's got plastic bristles, which when I showed them to my art teacher when I had first got them, which was when I was starting middle school, he yelled at me for, because plastic bristles are not the most great for painting with. If my head's in the way, I can't tell, and I'm really sorry. Yeah, this paint is drying kind of clearish, see-through, watery, which isn't probably great. So that looks like a sidewalk. Now I'm gonna try something which I haven't tried before, so it might not work and I might just not do it, but let's see. Yeah, this is working. Don't try this at home, kids. All the methods I'm using are very unprofessional. I am assuming, I've never seen a professional do this. So I'm assuming it's unprofessional. You guys may have noticed, if you've watched my videos for a while, that I like to watch Jazza, who is a really, really talented artist, and his channel is like, I forget what it's called, Jazza something. So if you just type in Jazza, you'll get it. It's extremely popular for a good reason. You know, cracks in the sidewalk aren't supposed to be symmetrical, but you know, it's my painting. I can do what I want. Don't judge my life choices. Hmm. I don't know if any of you know this song. If you don't, I feel very sorry for you. So it just started to play this song by My Chemical Romance, and I forget actually. Yeah, Welcome to the Black Parade, which is like one of my favorite songs ever. But then since I'm like basically a music junkie, I have a ton of favorite songs ever, so don't be surprised by that. But I do like that genre of music. If you can't hear the songs in the background, I'm sorry, but like I'm not really surprised. So then we're gonna fill this crack in all the way with black, which means that I might have to do more than one layer of it. I have to try and make it not look terrible, because of course I'm the best at doing that, right? You all support me, don't you? I find it quite funny that for this whole like thing, I haven't had to pour any paint out of the paint jar. I can just get it out of the lid. It's because this paint jar, which if you can't see, I will show to you at the end of this section of paint. It's this paint jar it's like really huge because I needed a lot of black and white paint. And so some paint jars you just squeeze a bit out and put it on the cardboard and then paint with it, which is what I do most of the time. But this one is so big that if you pour it out, then you end up with like a cup of paint, and you usually only need about as much as I'm using on this piece right here. So who knows that I'm not a professional? Because like watching me do this should tell you that I'm not a professional. It could be like replicating that video of like doing art with really crappy cheap supplies, except that these are the supplies I have, so it's not ironic. Or it is ironic. I forget what ironic means. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit and have food because I'm hungry, and then I'll come back and do the next bit. So yeah, this is the bottle. I'm not sponsored. I just want to show you. Um, and so this is a huge cap, and then here is the rose art. It's a 1/2. I think that means inch. And then here's my rinsing thing, which is it's a canister with a cap on it, so it's harder to spill in a carpet because I mainly paint on carpet. I said this before, but my room's carpeted, and since I paint in my room most of the time, uh, I try to not. Yeah, this probably wasn't the most great idea to use this because it's metal, so it can get rusty on the inside. But, woo, uh, yeah. Okay, so I will come back to this in a bit. See you then. Alright, I am here again. I have sketched out my design onto this thing with pencil, and I'm about to go and start outlining it with paint. So the paints I'm going to use I actually haven't opened yet. They are by the brand Art Skills. They are acrylic and premium quality according to the box. High quality, vibrant colors. Yeah. So let me just get them out, and then we'll just begin. The background music should be a bit more audible now. Maybe. Which I hope you would like. Guys, I know just listening to me paint isn't the most like entertaining thing ever. So for this painting, I plan to be using 2 different shades of brown and probably this green or this green. So just browns and greens. Let me just see how these come out. And I'll be using these brushes. So obviously they right now are kind of dirty looking. That's like not the most dangerous thing in the universe. So I'm gonna start by outlining this with burnt umber. So I have to open it like this. These, like, I don't know how good this paint is gonna be for, like, well, what I'm doing with it or not, so we'll just test it out and see. The music I'm listening to right now is a playlist of the songs by Icon for Hire redone by an artist called Nightcore, which I like them both, so, you know, it's pretty good to put them together. I thought burnt umber was more of a red color. In oil paints, I think, anyway, it is. outside there is a line of ducks that's just standing outside my window and just watching me and walking along the edge of the road. It's kind of weird. burnt sienna, which is this color. See, this beautiful, yeah. Gonna just open that and squirt it. Oh, that's drippy. Hopefully this doesn't offend anyone, but it looks like goat poop. Like baby goat poop. I may end up needing more of this. I've just gotten extremely messy. Almost more than I have using the rest of these. So I'm gonna start with, how does this brush look? Oh, I have a timer. Let me just... Gonna wet my brush. Get it in spreading mode. Wow, that's very similar to the background color. It's almost orange. not realize how time consuming this painting would be. I really should have started from the top and gone down, but the top on the left is still kind of wet from the outlining color. Well, my left, so maybe that's your right. I don't know. The top on the side that my paintbrush is currently on. The music stopped. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm trying to at least put down one base coat down here where you can see it before my family gets back. So then you can. Wow. So the way I was sitting, I thought I'd already painted this part. Guess I had not. I'm like in the camera line now. Sorry. When you can't move the canvas, it's much harder to paint. supposed to be a tree. Maybe it doesn't look like a tree. Honestly, I don't even know anymore.